Hello, and once again, thank you for stopping by and investing in yourself. I know that my videos are not the prettiest videos. They're not the most glamorous videos. But one thing that I've learned about people and motivation and lecturing is that when we subject ourselves to things or videos or books or lectures that we may look upon as, wow, that looks kind of boring, or I don't think I'll get anything out of it. If we look at it in that perspective or with that kind of a mindset, we probably will not get anything out of it. But when we watch a video or when we read a book, and even foolish things that people do, we ourselves do foolish things, we can learn something from that. You know, I watch videos all the time, and sometimes those videos are really long, and I begin to get into it, and I listen to the person, and I really start thinking. I use my thinking apparatus, because that's what we want. Our minds have to be like a parachute, wide open. And I'm not saying just wide open for everything, but there are certain things that our minds should be wide open for. So once again, I want to thank you. I wanted to talk a little bit in this video about what are we doing in our homes? What are we planting in our children's lives? What seeds? I tell you, I have some challenges at home, and I'm constantly brainstorming on how I could help my family. I have a challenge with my daughter, and I'm raising my granddaughter. I also have a 15-year-old son too. Now, he's doing fairly well, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's not having challenges. I believe that the children that are the most quiet, those are the ones that we ought to really be taking particular attention to. And families today, they're broken. Families don't communicate. Families don't sit at the table together anymore. Families don't enjoy good quality time with one another. And I have to ask this question: what are we planting in the seeds? What seeds are we planting in the minds of our children, of our families? I decided some time ago to stop watching TV. Do I watch a little bit of TV once in a while? Yeah, but I don't. I mean, if I spend 2 hours a month on TV, that's a lot for me. I just don't have a need for all the stuff that comes through the TV. If I watch something on TV, I spend a lot of time listening to videos, webinars on videos, lectures, educational people, educational purposes for my self-development. And that is a form of TV. It's media. But it's a different aspect. A lot of these programs that people watch on TV, these movie stars and the singers and all these movies and all this violence and crime scenes and all this stuff, it gets into our heads, and it lodges in there, it stays in there, and it does something to our lives. It does. I know we probably don't want to admit that, but it's the truth. And that's one of the reasons why I feel very strongly that I have a victory in my life today. Partly and because I don't watch a whole lot of those programs on TV. Now, if we have children in the home and we just let the home run rampant, what seeds are we planting into the lives of these children? We need to be thinking about dating our daughters. Dating, as I say, taking them out as a father, taking them out and doing things with them, making an effort. If we're married, dating our wife, spending time, at least trying to encourage. And sometimes, marriages are not, marriage is a very, very challenging entity, program there. And it's not the word that I'm looking for. Unit. And it takes a lot of work. It takes, with all of the images and the the songs and the media and friends and people trying to come in and distractions, it really, and that's why most marriages end up in divorce. That's why children are running away or committing suicide or turning heavily into drugs because of these situations in our homes. What are we planting? What seeds are we really planting? What seeds should we be planting into our homes, into our families, into our lives? Positive. You know, there's a verse in the Bible that says, Philippians chapter 4, I believe it's verse 8. It talks about, think on these things that are pure, things that are lovely, things that are honest, things that are of a good report, things that have virtue, things that are true. These are the types of seeds that we need to be planting into our families, into our homes. And it's going to make a difference. Now, I'm not saying that everything's going to go perfect just because we're planting these seeds. You know, the Bible does talk about other... there's many challenges that we're going to face, even if we have a great home. And we can prepare ourselves for that also. But the main thing is to really be sensitive and to be thinking as we walk around our home, observing, looking at areas that we need to be developing every single day. And it all starts with the thinking process. And it starts with us. I talked earlier about putting on the mask, the oxygen mask. If you're on an airplane and the cabin pressure drops, before you can help somebody else, you first have to put on that oxygen mask. And that's what we need to be doing in our homes and in the community and wherever we go. I want to thank you for watching this video. Please comment below, and I will see you on my next one. Make it a super fantastic, terrific, over the top Tuesday.